Good day, everyone. So for our final session, we will be dealing about the topic on ACEV methodology. And of course, with this methodology, we will be able or be guided to prepare a fingerprint comparison chart. So accordingly, this acronym ACEV stands for 4 words. And this is a scientific process because in each stage, there are several procedures for you to follow. So A stands for analysis, C comparison, E evaluation, and V verification. This methodology is structured in systematic manner in which quantitative, qualitative analysis of friction ridges is being conducted. And this is already the established method for perceiving detail into prints and in making such decision. So accordingly, this is described by the Scientific Working Group for Friction Ridge Analysis, Study, and Technology, or also known as SWIGFAST. So let's take a look also about the significance or the importance of ACEV methodology. First, you would see here that it would give structure and at the same time, it will guide the examiner through the process. So just like what I made mention that there are different processes that are being undertaken. Okay, it is also the basis in the identification upon sound scientific principles. So it is done in a scientific manner. Conclusions are objective. It is based on faithful execution of this methodology and not mere observations or intuition. Assures validity and reliability of the conclusions. Consistency and repetition of the methodology is assured. So this would ensure the accurate result. And lastly, it also embraces all the factors required by sound scientific practices. So what is being emphasized in this method is that it is based upon the unique agreement of details between the unknown crime scene mark and the known print. So meaning those Latin prints taken at the crime scene are being marked as unknown, and the prints that are taken from a person of which the identity is known, it would become as the known print or the so-called standard print. In some other books, it would indicate in there the standard and the question print. So unknown is the question and known print would serve as the standard print. So this will be processed through the ACEV methodology. To give you an overview about its history, so this ACEV was then introduced by Roy A. Huber. So he's a document examiner. So primarily, this methodology was then used first in document examination. But because of the adoption of this methodology by David Ashbaugh, it was then applied in fingerprint identification. So that is why we are here to study about ACEV methodology, applying it to fingerprint. Let us take a look in detail about the different stages of ACEV. So A, just like what we made mention, it is analysis. So in analysis, there are 2 words that you can consider. So you are going to observe, and whatever observation you would have, you are going to describe it. So it is the collecting or series of observations. You have to collect series of observations to gain an understanding about an observable group of events. Okay, so you have to observe the friction ridge features. What is in that friction ridge or the fingerprint? What is the appearance? Okay, so accordingly, analysis is the process of assessing a print to determine its use in the stage of comparison. So whatever analysis that you would obtain is your basis to compare the prints. So when you will now be in the comparison stage. So there is a question in here. When do we say that a print is not suitable for comparison? So it states here that if it is inadequate as to the quality or quantity of features. So adequacy is very important. Okay, when do we say that a print is suitable for comparison? If the analysis indicates the features to be used in the comparison and their tolerances. If it also uncover physical features such as recurves, deltas, creases, and scars that help indicate where to begin the comparison. So just take a look as to the answer of this question. Not suitable and suitable for comparison. So there is a corresponding answer for this. Okay, so this is now a chart that would also guide you on how to deal with the properties of the fingerprint or the friction ridge features and